So let's get this game started. Get it over with. Houston Oilers, defending Super Bowl champions. And not only that, but they're on a winning streak of however many games the entire regular season is, and then the playoffs and the Super Bowl. And now these past couple games, so they went 17-0. Then they won the wild card 18. Then they won the divisional 19. And they won the championship 20. Then the Super Bowl, that's 21. Then they won their first preseason game. It's 22. So they're looking for their 23rd win in a row. The Houston Oilers, who got two of the best running backs in the league as their two starters, and they're going up against the Atlanta Falcons, who really have no hope. And they got like a just a quarterback who reminds me of Carr, but he's not Carr. And we still got Josh Allen, obviously. Super Bowl quarterback winning Josh Allen, though. So Josh Allen and the Houston Oilers are going to be taking on these Atlanta Falcons on their number 5 quarterback, whose name is Bryson. I just found out. And he's her starter, and who knows, maybe he's good. We'll take a look at the numbers for Michael Craig, their wide receiver. He's got 90 catching, 92 speed. That's going to be hard to stop all day. So let's take a deep breath. And for those of you that noticed the Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis icon, they will not be with us today. This game will just be announced by the Dipsey himself. Thank you very much. So they kick it off, and it's a high kick to the 10. And he cannot stop him. And it's a fumble, but it's picked up by the Falcons and brought all the way out to the 34. So I think they were trying to catch him off guard there. Let's take a look at this quarterback. 79 overall, 80 awareness with some throw power and some medium accuracy to really give him a dynamic look to him. Down at the bottom you can see the Browns beat the New York Giants easily. I like these all white uniforms, and immediately diagnoses the safety blitz and hits number 83 for 24 yards run after the catch, completion of 39 yards. So Kirkland pulled up and they took advantage of that, letting the same thing happen again, and ATL just walks in. Good touchdown. Touchdown Atlanta. And Prince is going to be the guy to reel it in here. He's looking ready for the regular season with a catch like that, just in the open field, but able to finish it out and catch the ball. And it's going to be tough for this offense to come back from that. It's going to be tough for those Oilers to come back from that, because they're holding on. This is number 23 in a row. You can't win them all. So here's Josh Allen, the #1 quarterback last year in terms of we're winning, and he's only got a 91 overall, but he's got a 99 throw power. And a 90 awareness, which is going to matter. So after seeing what the last offense did, we would think that Josh Allen could come out here and really take control of this game. Maybe even make him look silly. Because you got Gabriel Davis, and he's essentially like a Stephon Diggs, but better. Because he learned from him. And then Pleasance is trying to prove himself. Because this is the guy that they had let go of Knox for. The guy that probably held this team together. Is probably going to be the only reason they could say that they got us. Even though in the Super Bowl, if you rewatch the Super Bowl last year with Josh Allen, he goes on a drive where he tries to do this, what he's doing here, and go to the tight end, and it just doesn't work out for him. He actually ends up throwing a pick. And that's what scares me. But Pleasance really looked like he'd be having fun out there. And that's what really matters, I think, for this team, is if they're having fun or not. Because we could do whatever we want to make Josh Allen look good, this, that. But I'm thinking Roman Brown led the league in rushing last year. And Pleasance goes down hurt. So now we got Jones, and Brown's got 2 rushes for 3 yards, and I think they're just going to look to get back to that throwing game, because it's just not working. Gabriel Davis finds it in the end zone like a true champ for an Oilers touchdown, and it's all tied up all of a sudden. Touchdown Oilers. And we're all tied up. We're all tied up here. As long as he can make this extra point, right? Well, yeah. And it looks like it's going to be good. And I think Josh Allen is out there holding the kick, it looks like. So let's get our backups in there. We're not going to risk anyone getting hurt. Because if we don't go out and literally get Knox out of free agency, or maybe trade to go see him, we're really going to need him. And a run by who I want to call. Oh my gosh. Is that former Columbus Capital? Yep, that's Robbins. Lorenzo Robbins, former Columbus Capital, number 13. Really finding a name for himself out here with these Atlanta Falcons. They've let him start 2 years in a row, and I hold a personal grudge against him, but he's out here. Didn't get the first down. Projected to be one of the best running backs ever. And he decided to go to the Falcons. And I just don't get it. You know, you could have come and played for us. You should have stayed in Columbus. Or you should have come and played for the Oilers and got yourself that sweet, sweet Super Bowl. In fact, that was my plan. So we're going to make sure Lorenzo Robbins isn't out here getting any runs. So let's just take this game away. Give Dorset some of his fuel. We're going to... Wow, we have a lot of wide receivers. What the heck? 7, 8, 9, 10? Why do we have so many wide receivers? We need to cut some. Like, why do we have 10 wide receivers? How many running backs do we have? 3. How many quarterbacks do we have? 2? Goldstein. Archer, Goldstein. We want Earl Austin. We got a left tackle in. Why don't we just put one of the gazillion? So we have no tight ends. He's a tight end, Richard Whiting. Okay, we're all ready to go. Alright, Deadly. Why do we got so much trash? I like Chris. It's a great throw by Earl Austin for 14 yards. Comes out of nowhere after a series of incompletions to just make the defense want to cry. Make you want to cry. He's running and sliding. Getting touched a little too. So it's working. Whatever they're doing. For a couple yards there, that's Brown. And it looks like they're gonna do the same. It does not work as well that time. For nothing there. Back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. So let's see what they're thinking. And they just stuff him at the line. Another stop. And they're out there, they're going for it. So let's see if it pays off. Throws it to Whiting. And that's a touchdown for Mr. Whiting, number 41. Crazy. Crazy. Oh my gosh. Makes the catch. Makes the juke. Gets tackled into the end zone. On 4th down, Whiting from Austin. Getting it done. And that's a Whiting touchdown. That's a good omen. You know, these guys needed their tight ends to show up. There's Lorenzo Robbins on the sideline, crying his eyes out. Yeah, we don't like Lorenzo for going to the Falcons, but one day we're going to get him back. Let him run a couple seasons for the Falcons. See if he has as good of a season with the Falcons as he did with the Capitals. And then bring him back to the Caps once their curse is lifted. Or when a team comes along who needs that running back, honestly, it could be the Browns, and we could trade Nick Chubb to these guys, and it would make no difference. Other than that, I think I'll keep Nick Chubb. Maybe run with him this season. Big time, almost sacked, but they get the first down because of it. So watch number 13 for the screen. And it was a run. Lorenzo Robbins, 5 rushes, 19 yards. He's in the slot position right now. It was thrown his way, but over his head. 4 for 4, 78 yards on the first down. That is a completion. So now they're in hurry up time. And Kirkland busting through the line, but it's not enough because number 82 is free, and I don't think Christmas is going to catch him. It's a touchdown. And that's the second of the day for the sad that's happening on the certain day. So there's that desolate train again. So ATL keeping it up. So the way they're saying you want the backups out there. We can prove to you that it's not all Josh Allen and it's not all these guys, but then their starting defense couldn't get it done. And that's surprising right there. So we just take some. It is surprising that their defense couldn't get it done and just broke down there, because it's going to be hard for this offense who's backup time to march down the field. Oh, and Brown gets ahead of steam and almost breaks free, and I could tell that just broke his heart. 7 yards, what could have been 70. Gets the first down. And time stops for injury timeout. So I think their strategy is going to be run until you can't, which gives them a couple more plays. They're going to come out passing here. And they snap the ball with about 40 seconds left. And they do not get out of bounds, but he fights forward for extra yards and he calls a timeout. And this team is looking like they're struggling. And they don't see the coaches looking to Josh Allen in this situation. Even though the game is presumably on the line here for saying if they won the first half or not. And that's a big deal at today's stage. I believe they're going to try to get into field goal range here to try and squeak out a win with their backups to make themselves look good. but I just don't know about the strategy. Yeah. So a timeout's called, and this is where you check, and it's a 50-yarder. So now we're gonna start taking shots, because it wasn't the best decision to not just get out of bounds on that guy. So, I think he sees a shot. And it's an interception. Interception. A huge at this point, because they could have kicked the field goal, could have put it away. And they chose not to, exhausting all their timeouts. And guess who's got 3 of them? It's Atlanta. So here comes Atlanta. Gets out of bounds. 3 seconds left. 6 for 6, 141 yards and 2 beautiful touchdowns. So this guy's the real deal. So that's an incompletion, his first of the game, and we're going to go to half tied up, and what an exciting game that we just have seen. And it's just little mistakes. So we got 0 turnovers for the Whalers, but 1 turnover with these Falcons. So that's Whalers committing 1 big atrocity, the pick. I think he saw him open, and if that's Josh Allen's and Davis, that's a touchdown. So you have to realize that they pulled their starters maybe too early in this game, but they're getting the ball. And at the 25, 26. Now that you got time, you think these guys run the ball a little bit. I think they do. Because that's where their real strength is at. And that's how they ended up winning games all season. Last season was in their run game. Trying to get that 23rd straight win. And the Oilers are pushing. And we see Columbus taking off Seattle. So some of the other juggernauts going down. Because we know the Seahawks almost made the Super Bowl last year. Just missed the boat. So Brown is marching down the field and cuts right for the first time in a while. I think he sees a new light in that right side. And Brown is still just churning his legs down the field across the Falcon. 50 yards now for Brown. Just willing as seen to all 23 of these runs. This is the MVP of the Super Bowl that you're watching come out and be the backup running back. I call him the backup starter because he's really your best asset. This is your fastest, most versatile guy. And he's third on your bench because Woodley jumped up in training camp skills so much. I'm not even mad that they got 10 mediocre wide receivers. And trust me, it'll even out. They're not very mediocre, especially when you're talking about Gabriel Davis. Probably one of the best wide receivers of our time. But it's concerning to watch Houston march down the field and not think that they're immune to one mistake here. They could just bring them down. So now we're going to see Woodley, who got his this offseason and became the secondary starter. Maybe it's because of moves like that to get 3 yards. That was a good move. He looked ready to break that tackle. Maybe just still a little rusty. Oh, here we go. To the 1. So we're talking touchdown. And Brown is back out there because he wants it. You can smell it. He walks across. Touchdown Oilers and injury time out of Atlanta. And we're going up. So Atlanta is going to have to make a big statement than that. They're already taking pictures together at 21-14. Not safe. This game is far from over. And a bad kick on the kickoff is going to send it just a little bit right. But he's still going to call that. Kneel down and... It's a run, and they got their backups in, so they have given up. They've decided that the game don't matter as much as their starters do, so they got number 20 throwing the ball. Number 40, so there we go, Spiegel. Number 20. So the Falcons didn't get to score in the third, but here they are in the fourth, ready to go. I really like that their quarterback is number 20. And another 7-yard throw, and he's 2 for 2. We got a bad injury on our side of the ball. There's number 23, so 2023 out there. Is 2023 gonna get me, you guys? You think? It didn't get me in real life. Hurdles over. Number 40 just hurdling over. So this Atlanta offense came to play. So let's pressure him. Atlanta came to play. But not so much when you pressure him. Gonna hit him as he throws. And that's Spiegel's first incompletion. It's a big one. Coming on second down to set up 3rd and inches. Let's see if they can come back from this. And they don't. And it's a bad drop on number 6's part. Let's see what they do. Bacon with a bad drop. I say go for this. Yeah. This coach is not stupid. They are going for it. With the game on the line, it's short. You got Spiegel out there. Interception by Hawkins. And I think that the blitz scared him and he's gonna sit down. Solidarity. A really good read on the interception because You had guys wide open, and probably the only guy that noticed. Just a rookie mistake. If he is a rookie, can only assume maybe a backup mistake. And that's gonna be the game. We're gonna see the Oilers 120. Well, not just that. With the backups mostly. And they're forfeiting. So we're gonna call a counter to make it interesting. If we don't get it, it could be big. Still got it. Let's show him how to play football, is what he said out there. And I think it's true, you know. Let's get Alan Carr out there, though. Get him some reps. -3. Listen, all you're doing is setting us up for a field goal. Don't go backwards. So they call their first time out, and I think it's on 3rd down. Yep. So a smart timeout. They're trying to get us. Doesn't work, so we get the first down. Game over. Checkmate. Let's kneel. And say goodbye to the game for the most part. We're just gonna drain every second we got, and if we miss, which we didn't, we will call that time out. A big miss with a dink dunk. That could really come back to hurt us. Wow, this announcer's stunned. So Atlanta gets 25 seconds to come out here and prove to the world that the Oilers might just be a fraud. So let's see. Tackle inbounds mostly puts this game away, but let's see if they can get the ball off. It looks like they are going to get the ball off. And that's the game right there. So, given more time, we could have seen Atlanta really show them what's up. Nobody scored in the 4th. One of the best games. 23 in a row. 23 in a row for those guys. That's an accomplishment. And Earl Austin against Demi Spiegel, they look exactly the same. What a silly time. So Tevin Dorsett and Roderick Adkins Gibson. Well, let's go. 23 in a row. If they're not losing next week, then I don't know what's gonna happen. So, next game is gonna be Brooklyn trying to get their first win of the season.